call to action is happening. Even if the trigger is spontaneous, such overlays need forward planning and creating so that the presentation can be seamless. In some events, you may have already created custom animated graphics that are already embedded within the video. It's still possible to make such graphics interactive by creating transparent hyperlinks to place over the in-video graphics. So these are just a few of the ideas of how you can get this interactivity between your audience, yourself, and between your audience. We'll cover networking in a future session, but let's go over the checklist now. Up to this point, we have envisaged either an entirely on-site, an entirely online, or a hybrid event. However, there is another option that has become increasingly popular, and that is to offer physical or online host sites. What's a host site? A host site may be a home, a church, an office, or any other location where attendees can gather in smaller groups to participate in the event. Providing an excellent host site experience, like every other component of a world-changing event, needs intentionality. We will leave the hospitality and the in-person network elements to one side for now, and focus on the broadcast and the online components. The first thing that is important to ensure at your host site is that you have good video and audio quality. This might be as simple as casting the video player onto a large TV screen in a home or an office. If you are projecting onto screens in a larger church building, let's say, it is advisable to ensure the picture quality is good enough and that the audio and the video are correctly synced before the event. At Sardius, we typically advise all attendees to log into the event maybe 15 or 30 minutes before the event to ensure that there are no issues with your device, keeping in mind that many problems faced online are solved by simply rebooting the device. It's advisable to allow time if this is needed. However, with larger host sites, we typically advise that it is good practice to do a host site test to iron out any technical niggles should they exist. Let's talk for a moment about the second screen experience which Sardius provides. With screencasting becoming an increasingly popular way of engaging with an event, especially within a host site context, the question is then asked how members of the host site can engage in some of the context-giving and interactive features of the online event, such as how attendees can find out details of who is presenting now, what is coming up, or how the host site audience can engage in chat or ask questions or respond to polls or trivia questions. The solution to this challenge has been the creation of a second event experience, which simply includes those interactive features and is built primarily for the mobile device. This can be used in host site situations as well as actually on site in a physical in-person event, and gives you as the event producer the added benefit of obtaining better quality analytics from the event than simply receiving that one IP address which is casting on the big screen. Now you have all of the participants participating and you can get all of that data. Reaching a global audience, time zones and language. During the COVID-19 lockdown, many people have longed for the return of in-person events. There are certainly many benefits to being in the same physical location as other attendees. However, there are similarly a number of benefits that cannot be achieved with an in-person event. We've already addressed the ability for presenters to join the event from all around the world. And this global nature also applies to opportunities related to broadcasting of the event. If a hybrid event is taking place in, say, California, there would previously have been an expectation that if someone in Europe wished to join with that live event at 7 p.m., say in Los Angeles, they would have to be watching at 3 a.m. in London. Ugh. However, if your event has a sizable global audience, or if one of your metrics is to increase the number of global attendees, there are a number of adjustments you can effect to make the event more accessible to these global attendees. Number one, translate the broadcast. This can be done as an alternate audio stream or with closed captions. Secondly, translate the whole experience. This entire event experience can be translated into target languages. Not just the broadcast, but everything around it is translated into the target language. Thirdly, adjust the timing of the event. With the advent of Sim Live, it's absolutely possible to host the event in the desired time zone of a targeted global audience. So you may have